Musk has come out and said, and I agree with him, if not for me, Trump would have lost in 2024. The last person I expected to validate my explanation would be Elon Musk himself. Who do you think is blasting Donald Trump? It's not
Hillary Clinton.
Hillary Clinton.
No? Biden.
It's not Biden.
Huh. Obama. It's got to be Obama.
It's not Obama. It's not Andrea Ocasio-Cortez.
Who could it be?
It's not Adam Schiff.
No, it's got to be Adam Schiff.
It's not Adam Schiff.
Who is it?
It's not Jamie Raskin.
Okay, then it must be George Soros.
George Soros hasn't said a word.
I'm stumped.
You're stumped.
I'm stumped.
It's the most unlikely person you can imagine. Elon Musk.
It's the most unlikely, but also most likely at the same time.
Exactly.
I think the whole world predicted that eventually these two would come to a head.
Well, can you imagine two bigger egos that couldn't fit in a ballroom together?
Right. The most unlikely and the most likely suspect.
And just a few days after Trump gave him this laudatory send-off, saying what a great job he had done.
Well, while Elon had a black eye the whole time.
And, there was a lot of talk about Elon's drug use. And what did Trump say about that?
I don't know.
He didn't care.
Oh.
Elon was such a great guy doing such a great job. I don't care. Never mind that, for how long had they gone after Hunter Biden's drug use?
Right.
Forever, blasting. How can anyone, succumb to all of this? So this great love fest between Elon Musk and Donald Trump
is over.
And over in a big way.
Dumbasses.
It's not just mild criticism, is it?
No.
What did Elon Musk say about Donald Trump's so-called big, beautiful bill?
Right. This is where this all started, right? With Elon criticizing this Trump GOP big, beautiful bill.
Right.
He said it was a bunch of pork.
Right.
It was a lot of nonsense.
What did he call it? He had a much better name for it than a big, beautiful bill that I think is far more accurate. And all those people that we talked about, AOC, Hillary Clinton, Jamie Raskin, would agree, would they not?
I don't know what he called it. Tell me.
A disgusting abomination.
Dang.
Not big and beautiful, a disgusting abomination.
Which it is.
Right.
He's not
we've
wrong.
been talking about it on the show. Who would ever thought that Elon Musk would be ratifying what we've been telling you for weeks on this show about this bogus bill? So, what did Elon Musk have specifically to criticize the bill about? Number one, he said it's going to be a deficit-busting bill.
Which it is.
Independent and analysts, the Congressional Budget Office, have said at least, and I think it's going to be much more, a $2.5 trillion hole will be blown into the deficit as a result of this bill. It's going to put us in debtor hell and require us once again to raise the debt ceiling. But Musk didn't stop there, did he?
He must have.
It wasn't just a problem.
No, he must have. He's a big Trump fan. He had to have just stopped there.
He's a big Trump fan.
Right.
Until the last week. And I'm going to point out, he ain't the only one to become quickly disillusioned with Trump.
Yeah, but I don't buy it. This idea that suddenly he's become disillusioned by Trump. We've talked about this a million times. Trump doesn't hide anything. You thought that he wasn't going to give a big tax break to the rich and put a big hole in deficit. You thought Elon Musk thought he was going to be some champion for electric cars. I know this is something that
all of these folks who became disillusioned with Trump should have known better.
That's my point.
One of them.
That's my point.
Your point is well taken. But let's look at another thing that Musk has criticized, quite rightly. As much as I despise what Trump and Musk have done to our government, he's not wrong in his criticism of this bill.
He's not wrong, but he was either an idiot and completely ignorant to the facts of Trump and what was going to happen, or he was purposely misleading us in hopes to gain his own momentum and power and money in all this.
If I had to choose
no in between
door number 1 and door number 2, which one do you think I'll pick? door number 2.
Right.
Your second explanation.
He was trying to use Trump as much as he could.
While he was using Trump
Right.
to pump himself up, to be, the great master of the federal government, waving his chainsaw, all was fine. And once that stopped, then he no longer had any use for Trump.
Yeah, that's why I have no respect for Elon Musk.
Oh, I have zero respect.
Yeah.
Quite the opposite. I despise.
Right, me too.
The cruelty that Elon Musk has exhibited and carried out with, as we pointed out so many times in the show, not saving a penny, just hurting people to no end. What he did does not save the government any money, as we've analyzed so many times on this show. And people now, economists are catching up on that. But again, Musk is, leaving aside, what a despicable character Musk is, he's not wrong about the bill. There's all kinds of extraneous provisions in the bill, as Musk pointed out.
But the Trump-Elon feud only started with the bill. Now it's exploded into many other categories.
That's right.
That's right.
That's right. Musk has launched an all-out attack on Trump. What has Trump said should be done to judges who ruled against him?
I don't know.
Impeached, right?
Right.
And so what has Musk said we need to do about Donald Trump?
Right. He retweeted a tweet that said something like, in a matchup between the president and Elon would win, and they should impeach Trump and make JD the president. And he retweeted and he said, capital Y-E, I don't know if it was capital, but he said yes.
Impeach. Imagine that, the ultimate nuclear weapon.
A week ago, he was Trump's biggest fan. Now he wants to impeach him?
Now he wants to
Give
impeach
me a break.
him.
This is all bullshit.
But this goes beyond Trump and Musk. There's a bigger picture here.
What's the bigger picture?
The bigger picture is how corrupt the American right wing is. They don't care about their less affluent constituents. They don't care about being accurate and consistent. They are totally transactional.
Right.
They only care about their own power and their own riches. What could be clearer than this clash between Musk and Trump? I got to make one last point about Musk.
What?
He just validated something I have been saying for months.
What?
Remember, I immediately admitted that I was wrong in predicting that Trump would lose.
Uh-oh, here we go.
And I said one of the main reasons was the disinformation put out by Trump that was seen by billions... By Musk, that was seen by billions of people. And I gave the specific example of abortion, where Musk's disinformation has transformed a 36-point advantage of pro-choice over pro-life in the exit polls to just a 3-point advantage for Harris over Trump. That alone defeated Harris. So now Musk has come out and said, and I agree with him, if not for me, Trump would have lost in 2024. The last person I expected to validate my explanation, that was part of it, I have other things as well, would be Elon Musk himself. Now
wait, hold on. Musk also said that he claimed that Trump was in the Epstein files.
Oh, yeah.
But, come on, let's be honest. At least most people probably watching, we all thought Trump was... I mean, there's so many pictures with him and Epstein and them hanging out. We all thought he was
7 times he logged on the plane.
Yeah. So, but you know what that's interesting to me is, again, Elon essentially admitting that he knowingly supported a child predator. He knew that Trump was in the Epstein files for a fact, and he still supported a freaking child predator.
Exactly. And leaving aside the Epstein files, it is thoroughly documented that in the Miss Teen pageant, right, that Trump owned, he barged into the dressing room of these teenage girls so he could see them naked.
Right.
A complete perv.
Disgusting.
And how could anyone not have known that over these many
But that's sort of my
years?
point. Everybody knew Trump's a perv. He's a sexual... Essentially what Elon did in that tweet was admit that he still supported him even though he knew that he was a child predator.
You know, the two deserve each other. You couldn't have two more immoral, corrupt, lying, self-serving individuals.
And the interesting too is today Trump seemed to realize that. Did you hear what he said? What he could do to cut a lot of government spending?
Yes, cut off his contract.
Cut off the Elon contract. Which everybody's been screaming about forever. Like, he's got all this money. He's a conflict of interest, right, in the government. Two, if you want to cut some money, not necessarily it's a good thing or a bad thing, but Elon Musk companies have huge amounts, and a lot of corporations have huge amount of government subsidy.
You know what it's called?
And now suddenly, miraculously, Trump has realized this today. Like, these guys are the biggest phony baloney pieces of shit I've ever met.
I don't use words like that, but I can't censor you.
Right. I said phony baloney piece of shit.
All right, that's fair enough.